Hello, this is Lori Michelle, the Moshiach with Life Lesson 40. You're attacked by evil, but suddenly it's all your fault. What just happened? And what to do next? This happens to everyone every day, all over the world. You are attacked, evil speech, some form of evil, the Yetzer Hara, and suddenly you're at fault. It's your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. Maybe you did. Maybe you were attacked and you responded with more evil. So this is a very important life lesson for you to understand what's going on around you, inside of you. Because if you don't start to understand, if people all over the world don't start to understand that they have a choice in every moment and understand what they're exactly choosing, the world will never get better. We will never redeem the world. We will never heal the world the way we want to. So I broke this into 3 parts with the help of Hashem, the King of the universe. I'm going to explain to you what happened when you were attacked and suddenly it's your fault. And then I'm going to explain what you should do next. And then I'm going to end by helping you understand a few more things. So hang in there. This is very important. We're walking around in a horrible, smelly, putrid world. And the evil that's attacking you is aging you. Ugh, I know about that. And making you sick, giving us cancer, giving us heart disease, all kinds of illnesses. And it's why we all drop dead, or if we don't live long enough to drop dead of old age, we're dying of diseases or terror attacks or war. Look around the world. It's called the evil inclination. It's a choice between him, capital H-I-M, who is real. People don't really understand that in every single moment. You might believe in God, but he's real and he's watching you. So in that moment of being attacked by the evil one, the opposite choice of the King of the universe, you have a choice. How do I respond? So first I'm going to tell you what happened. Someone chose evil. Easy, right? They made a joke. I'm going to give you an example. Remember the Oscars. Remember Chris Rock made a crack about Will Smith's wife and her baldness. She suffers from balding. Not a pleasant thing for a lady, you know? But he thought she's fair game. She came to the Oscars with her head shaved and bald. So he made a crack. Ha, 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 ha. Everybody laughed. But she didn't think it was so funny. She tried to laugh, and then she got upset. And then Will Smith got very upset, and he responded with a punch in Chris Rock's face in front of the whole world. Suddenly, Will Smith is at fault. It's his fault. What? Chris Rock was just telling a joke. He's a comedian. Come on, get a sense of humor. Has anybody ever said that to you? Oh, you're just too sensitive. So what happened was he chose evil and then went into denial. I didn't do anything wrong. This is what I'm here for. I'm a comedian after all. You need to get a sense of humor. And then something else could happen. Let's move away from Chris Rock and Will Smith and get more personal to you, whoever you are. It was your wife. She made a joke about something that you don't find funny. And you tried to explain that to your wife, your loving wife. She made a joke at your expense at a dinner table, and you're horrified. And you got upset with her. And now she's upset with you for making a scene at the table. But she's very calm about it and saying, You're just too sensitive. So you calmly try to not lose your temper and explain to your loving wife why this was inappropriate. You hurt my feelings, honey, doll, baby. And she still won't apologize. People cannot look in the mirror. They can't do it in this world. When you leave your body, you pop out of your head, you're standing before the King of the universe. And you don't have a choice. You've got to look at every single situation, and he's going to show it to you. It's sort of like Al Brooks and Examining Your Life. I don't know the name of the movie. He took a bus ride, he died, and he had to look at video of all these situations in his life, and he had to answer for everything. That's kind of like what will happen to you when you leave here. You're going to look at, whoa, I was sitting at a dinner table, and I used my husband as an excuse to be funny and get attention at the table. And it wasn't funny. And I didn't apologize. Oh my God. But here, in the physical world, you can avoid it. You can deny it. And the next thing you know, you make excuses. I'm looking at my notes. I took some notes with the King of the Universe. So bear with me. I'm trying to get this all in a very short video, sort of short, too long for most of you. Short video, and get this information to you because you need it. So the first thing, the wife or the husband, husbands are very guilty of non-funny jokes at their wives' expenses. I've been there, I've seen it. I have some of them in this book. I give some examples. I was joking. Haven't you ever heard that joke before? It's such a funny joke. Ha 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 ha. If everybody doesn't think it's funny, if someone's feelings are hurt, it's not funny. Maybe it's funny, but at least back off. Back off, be willing to look in a mirror, which most people, he said, no one's willing to, and say, you know what? It wasn't funny to you. I'm sorry. Can you say those words? I'm sorry. I say them every day. Maybe you do too. Number two, I was tired. I wasn't thinking, I was just tired. You still haven't said you're sorry yet. I'm sick. I have a sore throat. I wasn't thinking. Still haven't said you're sorry yet. You hurt my feelings. It's not my fault. I was tired. You don't have a sense of humor. You're too sensitive. I've been told that my whole life. Lori is too sensitive. You can't tell Lori a joke. I have a great sense of humor, by the way, but I am sensitive. I'm sensitive to the evil inclination. And when you stab me with the evil inclination, I'm going to bite. Maybe. They get others to rally to their side. Have you ever had that happen to you? Well, she agrees with me. So we're right and you're wrong. You were attacked with evil. And suddenly, they're taking sides. 3 against 1. Wait a minute. I must be wrong. What are you going to do? This is horrible. This was nasty, evil, Yetzirah, evil speech, and now I'm the wrong one? And they're all agreeing, so I must be wrong. But I know I'm not wrong. Am I crazy? What just happened? How shocking. See, I have the benefit of talking to him, capital H-I-M. But he, capital H-E, will tell me, Lauren, you're perfect. You didn't do anything wrong. And you know what I say? I must have done something wrong. You're not telling me the truth, Hashem. You're candy coating this. I'm always looking for fault. So what to do next? You're at fault, but you're really not. Maybe. So now we're going to what to do. You've been attacked. They're denying it. They're not apologizing. They're not even the least bit sorry. And they're all agreeing and they're laughing at you. He's just so sensitive. He's just such an idiot. Evil speech. But they don't get it. They don't get that that's evil speech. He's just being stupid. Evil speech. They don't get it. But you get it. But why are you guilty? You're guilty. Maybe. What to do next? Walk away. Run. I read somewhere about King David when he said something about, I don't read the books, but I read it once upon a time, that when the evil inclination is after you and behind you, you get up and you run. I remember that because I run. I run on love. And I love to run. I love to pound the pavement and run. It makes me feel better. So get up, walk away, run, get air, get away from this situation. Excuse me, I need to go for a minute. I'll be back. I love you. I'll be back. Assume that this example that I'm giving you, that you were attacked by evil, came from someone you love, like your wife, your husband, your daughter, your son, somebody that you love just attacked you, and you love them, so you don't want to fight. In your heart, you just want to get along and be happy all the time, but you can't. So you get up, you walk away, you go for air, clear your head, pray to Hashem, help me through this, and you come back to the situation where they're all in agreement, you're wrong and they're right. And somehow you don't see how you're wrong, but you apologize anyway. How do you apologize? You weren't wrong. What am I telling you to do? Suck it up? Take it on your own shoulders? No. I'm telling you right now, the best thing to do when we're surrounded by Yetzer Hara, evil inclination, everywhere, in everyone, and no one wants to look in that mirror and really discuss this, apologize for your participation. Chris Rock, back where I started, was wrong. Will Smith was wrong too. So you apologize for your participation. That doesn't exonerate Chris Rock. It just lifts some of the evil, some of the blame. It lifts the energy and becomes more godly. So say something like, even though you don't see your fault, and maybe you're not at fault, let's assume you are perfect, picture perfect. I'm sorry for participating in any kind of fighting. I don't want to fight. Let's just move on. Maybe sometime in the future we'll re-examine and we'll talk about this, but I don't want to talk about it now. I love you. Let's move on. That's probably the best thing you can do right now at this juncture, at this time in the world. Go the way of peace. Refrain from doing any of those things that I just said they were doing. Don't make excuses. I was tired. I had a sore throat. You don't have a sense of humor. I forgive you. Take a jab. Your sense of humor is awful. I understand that's your sense of humor. It's not appropriate. Don't do that. It's just more fighting. It's going to blow up. Even if you're correct, you could be 100% right. And at this juncture, at this time in humanity, you'd be dead right. Someone might pick up a knife, God forbid, and stab you. That's how awful things are right now. You could be right, but don't try to be righteous or right. Just say, I'm sorry for what happened. I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight. And then it's time to understand the following. And it came from Hashem. He says, this of what I'm discussing, Chris Rock, Will Smith, your wife taking a shot at you, your husband taking a shot at you, speaking down to you, being derisive to you, not being nice to you, not speaking kindly to you, is what is aging you, it's aging me, and what is making us sick and giving us cancer and why we're dropping dead all over the world. And there's different degrees of evil. This evil that I'm talking about, I'm speaking about today, is evil amongst people who love each other. But there's more than that. There's evil like the evil that we're seeing in Ukraine, murder, terror. In Israel, young boys were just shot dead in traffic yesterday. Evil. And where's it taking us? It's just not bad enough right now. So what Hashem told me to relay to you right now is that right now, in this moment, no one really wants to look in that mirror and see what your participation specifically is. When you leave this planet, you don't have a choice. You have to look at Hashem. He says not directly, but you know he's staring at you, which is humiliating. And he's going to make you face what you won't face right now. But soon, he says, when it gets bad enough, people are going to be forced to look in that mirror here in the physical world and really examine how not funny Chris Rock was. It was not funny at all. And examine specific examples of how wives are not speaking kindly to their husbands. Maybe they're nagging them, or how their husbands are not being supportive of their wives. They're being nasty and condescending and belittling. True. But you're not willing right now. So Hashem says, take note. The better you are right now in this physical world, the more you're going to be attacked by evil. That's just the plain truth. The Yetzer Hara loves to attack goodness. Attack and take you down. You're not so great. You're too sensitive. If you were great, you would laugh at my joke. You're just stupid. You're not logical. You make no sense. I'm smarter than you. That's Yetzer Hara. And so the better you are, the more the Yetzer Hara in someone else is going to speak like that to you. So learn to brace yourself. Go for a walk. Go for a run. Run on love. And then he says, the final thing that Hashem says is, be patient. Because soon it's going to get bad enough. For those people who won't look in the spiritual mirror, which he says is everyone, to a certain extent, some of you who listen to me and I speak with privately, you are looking in the spiritual mirror, but you haven't really looked fully yet. You're going to be ready. And why are you going to be ready? Because the big boys are itching to use those nukes. And he says it's coming. It's going to get really hard, and you won't be able to avoid looking at yourself for part of the problem. And that's the solution, to look inward, to remove it from yourself, not to participate in the madness and the insanity that everyone else is participating in. And that will heal the world. He says, he, capital H-E, Hashem, the King of the universe, says, we will heal this world one person at a time. And your job is to heal yourself. Don't participate in it. Notice it. Apologize for participating in any way, shape, or form. And be patient, because he says we are going to come together, and billions of us are going to do this hard work of healing the world by healing ourselves. I explain it in greater detail in this book. I promise you, I did this with the help of the King of the Universe. It takes very complicated Torah and makes it in everyday, puts it in everyday language for everyone to understand, because it's not enough for the rabbis to noodle on this and to be so smart and so, I'm so holy. That's not holy at all. The way we're going to heal the world is to simplify and get this information to everyone, every wife, every husband, every son, every daughter, and to come together and heal the world. And we must look in that mirror together. God bless you. We are going to do it, he says. Be patient. God bless you.